And no, you need to know where you're coming from, who you are. I need to glow up. That's wrong. And I'll tell you why. Why are you eating at 1 a.m.? Why are you eating midnight snacks? Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah and I'm here to speak on self-awareness. Please bear with me if I'm looking on my notes because everything that I need to say is right here. Without further ado, let's get into the video. In this modern day and age, with the rise of technology and other online resources being available online, people do no longer have an excuse to be ignorant. However, with the rise of technological advancement, people's attention span has been reduced. Understanding your own emotions, thoughts, behaviors, and overall your own persona is part of being self aware. However, I need to specify that AI do actually not possess any of these qualities as they do are not entirely human. And if it's more like saying, well, person A and this robot, they all have the same feelings, they all think alike, and entirely not. Human kind of like makes mistakes and own up to them. And not sometimes they don't, but that own sense of personality and who they are is what make them humans. Whereas the
What does happy look like?
robots, they do not have that. They're more like immaterial. However, in order for a person to achieve self awareness, self consciousness has to take place. However, in this modern society, people have become really passive. It's more like a world where everyone is attentive to their own phones, laptops, not actually engaging in conversation with strangers. Sounds familiar, right? Well, it's more like our society today. With these technological advancements, people have become more unaware of their surroundings, kind of like more like a passive culture. Everyone is to their own, no one has care for anyone. People has gone as far as to ignore other people's needs of help and kind of like start recording. It's really sad, obviously, but before things didn't happen like that because people were more aware of everyone. No one had distractions, and everyone didn't have a sense to impress others. Also, with this rise of technology, people aim to go viral,
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
and therefore, they don't really care about what's going on, kind of like looking after or for themselves. In other words, one recognizes their own identity and behaviors, that's on being self aware, whereas the other is more based on self scrutiny and self examination and be overly aware about their surroundings and what other may think of them. So, however, a balance of both is completely necessary. Understanding your own body and knowing that everyone is different from each other, our food choice. When was the last time you ate vegetables? When was the last time you actually went for a walk? When was the last time you actually were decided to go out without your phone? When was the last time you actually decided, you know what, let me go on a diet?
Another one.
When was the last time you actually went on a whole day without eating unhealthy food? Because just because you're vegan or vegetarian doesn't mean you're healthy. You could be eating cake or other food and consuming other things that do not have any sort of dietary requirements. But it's also important to notice your own self, what you consume, what you take in, what you watch. And because if we're being honest, watching things that do not align with our own values would make our values shape into that same thing. So it's really important to know that you shouldn't engage yourself in things that do not benefit you or bring anything positive into your life.
Oh my God!
That's involve like friendships, family members, etc. Overall, what you eat affects your mood and who you are. So sometimes I remember one time I went to Italy and me and my friend we went there and I was so hungry. We didn't properly eat really good food because in the hotel they weren't provided with good breakfast. So it's kind of like we didn't really want to eat the breakfast in the hotel. After we went out, can you imagine a whole day in Rome, a sunny, hot day? Yeah, that was it. And dehydrated. My mood changed. I was really agitated. I was angry. I didn't want to talk. Every little thing irritated me. I know it's not nice, but this is what happens when we don't eat properly. And also, when you know you're not obtaining what your body needs and you're eating kind of like junk food, sometimes your body screams for help. And the way it does it is that you no longer feel good on your own skin. You kind of like irritated about everything. But yeah, that's why I always emphasize the importance of take ownership of your own actions, take ownership of your own choices, because no one is going to take it from you. No one is going to take for you. I also need to specify that achieving ownership of your own self and taking actions in what you have in mind is not entirely difficult, because at the end of the day, we all have the same brains. And whether someone is performing more than you or less, you can tell not that person is not special or more special than you. Everyone has the same brain, and you are able to do that. It's like one time I was having a conversation with someone on entirely on how what they eat and stuff like that, and I noticed the person was drinking like, like 6 glasses of Coke, and you might say, "Oh, that's not that deep," but 6 glasses more like a bottle. You might not be aware. The person was not aware. I'm like,
Nigga, what?
do you realize that that's like a bottle, right? That you're drinking every day, and and the person is like, oh my gosh, like I'm now convicted. But yeah, all these propaganda, online things, advertisements, obviously they influence us in getting those things, and kind of like social pressure. What other things of you, how others may perceive you, kind of play part in what you eat, what you take, because you think that in order to feel a sense of belonging here, you need to conform to their standards.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call.
And no, you need to know where you're coming from, who you are. And I know, like, for example, for my uni students or student in general, when you join uni, you kind of like miss your mom's cooking, and you now start like backsliding and just eating junk food or ordering food. Please stop doing that. And I'll tell you why. Sometimes you complain that you're out of budget, but the reason is because you spend all your money, all your savings, everything you have, taking Uber Eats or any sort of like delivery or anything, just like ordering food basically. And the thing is that you miss out on having to prepare your own meals. And you might say, well, I don't know how to cook. But on YouTube, you can literally find skills and other sort of online content on how to cook.
Big man thing, yeah? It's not looking good, Bev. It's not looking good.
I will give you tips on how to manage your own life, how to become that person you want to be. Please don't tell me you don't like eating vegetables or any sort of, things that benefit your own health. Because I know there are situations like that, but you train your body to like it. Sometimes you have to train your sense of palate. Sometimes you might just need to change the company of water you take, because some waters, I don't know, but some waters taste different from each other. So you might need to change that. I'm also an advocate of believing that there's always a way. So therefore, an excuse is not an option. Okay, self-awareness comes with knowing what you eat, your diet. Being self-aware, you know what steps to take. Imagine knowing who you are and then not knowing what to do. That does not correlate. And the problem here is that you keep watching videos, how to lose weight, how to diet, what step to take to become slim. And please notice that sometimes your body can't perform properly. And I'm not saying that you need to reduce your eating, but the problem is that you eat at the wrong time. Why are you eating at 1 a.m.? Why are you eating midnight snacks? Why are you waking up to eat? So please eat like the necessary requirements, like morning breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And sometimes pre-dinner, because you need a little snack there and there or a little fruit. But be entirely aware of what you consume. Also, I've noticed also the second step is that some people, yeah, you overly eat. You overly eat. and something you eat quickly. So you need to realize and find out what is it that's trigger you to go so fast or eat too quickly or overeat. I've noticed one conversation I've been having with women a lot lately, and even men, that they're like they break up with someone, and as soon as they break up, they're like, I need to glow up. That's wrong. And I'll tell you why. Because when you do that, you're doing it for that person. You're doing it because you have unforgiveness in your heart and you have not moved on. That person has moved on with their life, they're happily with another person. But you are still thinking on them and trying to better yourself. You need to prove them something. You need to have that sense of, yeah, I dodged the bullet. I'm that person. I am that. And no, you don't need to do that. Because when you do that, what you end up doing is that one time when you stop caring about what the other person, when you now get over that person, what would happen is that now you feel like, you know what? Let me drop out. Gym is not for me. Let me stop eating good. Let me stop being that person I wanted to be. But when you know your own self that you want to be because of you, not because you need to prove them something, not because you need to post on social media, that's when you know that you've made a change. And that's when you know you've moved on and you are emotionally mature. So, okay, you know what, like dieting and stuff like that, and you need to do that. But also incorporate what your body needs. Like, I'm not saying go on just eating salad all day, but give it salad, give it what it needs. Give it what it needs. Because when was the last time you ate vegetable meat? Something necessary that your body needed. You didn't. You did not. Yeah, exactly. I'm talking to you. So you did not do that. Your body needs all these things, but you keep denying it of it. And then you find yourself being in a bad mood. I think there was a study that people actually eat faster when they watch something. And there was also another study that said, I think I will link it. And there was another study that people actually, that time, I don't know when it was, but during the cinema times, people will pop in advertisement, like flash them out in 1 second, maybe like a Coke advertisement, and then people unconsciously it was recorded in their brain. So they did not know why they felt a need to drink Coke. So they would just go and buy like Coke or anything. And obviously they banned it, but it was allowed before. And then but it kind of like imagine watching advertisement of Coke all the time. Eventually your mind will conform to that and will want to take that. Or even such as like, have you heard that? Did somebody say just eat? Like that one, I can't lie to you. When I was watching it overly and overly again, I felt the need to download it because I was hungry. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go for just eat. Yeah, I know it's toxic.
What did I just see? What did I just see?
And I'm gonna say the consequences of, ignoring these things. Because at the end of the day, you do it for yourself. You came alone to this world, and baby, you're going alone too. So, being uncomfortable in your own skin is one of the things that could happen. Self reflect. Write down what you need to eat. Be prepared when it comes to you going out and buying food you need for the house or buying food stuff and be like, you know what, I need this, and that. Let me go and get it. Watch YouTube. What can I make with broccoli, salmon, and you might find a good deal. Like,
Hey, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
what you can eat. And you might find out that, you might say, oh, well, Sarah, everything is expensive right now. Everything has gone up. But if I'm honest with you, if you calculate and you are aware, you spend more in Uber Eats, you spend more in, going out on plan and going out with your friend and just spending money. You spend more on not being disciplined. Self-discipline is the key in this video. If you don't have the intention of being self-disciplined, you have messed it up. Plan the days you buy food. Just don't go like that. Because I notice people complaining like, oh my gosh, everything is so expensive. But you guys go out to the gym. You don't bring your own water from home. Then now you find yourself buying water. You find yourself buying snacks there instead of having a whole pack of snacks organized and not even more expensive because buying a packet is even cheaper than sometimes buying individuals. So just do that. Make a day where you just shop overall of what you need in the house, and that would make it easy for you. With this video, I'm intending to reach out to that person that wants to make a change in their lives. It's possible.
I'm not tolerating anything broke this year. I'm not tolerating broke people, broke.
If you are self-disciplined, it's possible. If you now aim to do that, it's possible. If you want to make a change, so don't give up on yourself. You can do this. Well, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll post down a link on my TikTok, so make sure you follow me there. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.